Very good morning to all the students. In the last class, we finished up to the atom nuclei, in which we completed atomic mass unit, and one atomic mass unit is the 1/12 of mass of one atom of carbon-12 isotope, and that we got it 1.66 into 10 raised to minus 27 kg. That means 1 U equal to 10 raised to 1.66 into 10 raised to minus 27 kg. Now today we will go Einstein's mass energy relation. As it was known previously in the first PUC, in chemistry as well as in physics, that is what the mass and energy, they are different quantities, they are not related with one another. And also it was known the mass, it will be obey the conservative law. Conservative law in the sense mass neither be created nor be destroyed, and energy is also obey the conservative law, means the energy neither be created nor be destroyed. So that means independently the mass will be obey the conservative law and energy is also obey the conservative law. Later Einstein, he was found that, he was observed that the mass and energy, they are interrelated with one another. They are related with one another. Some amount of mass can be converted into energy, and energy is also converted into mass. So hence he was given the combined law, means both the laws will be unified and made a single law, and the single law is mass energy, means law of conservation of mass energy. So based on this, he was given one of the equation which we will call it as Einstein's mass energy relation, and that is E equal to mc square, where m is the mass and c is the speed of light. Speed of light in vacuum. Speed of light in vacuum, and that is, as you know it, which is equal to 3 into 10 raised to 8 meter per second. Say suppose for example 1 kg of mass is converted into energy. How much amount of energy will be converted? That is E equal to mass is how much here? 1 kg. Mass yesterday 1 kg, and c is the speed of light, which is 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second. Square is their square. So therefore here we will get 9 into 10 to the power 16 joules of energy is obtained by the conversion of 1 kg of mass of the substance. For example, as you know it, whenever you are going to cooking the food, for that purpose you need the heat energy, and that heat energy you are going to getting from the LP gas, liquid petroleum gas. So there the liquid petroleum gas you are going to taking in terms of 1 kg, 2 kg like that. So whenever that liquid petroleum gas is converts into heat, the quantity of mass of the gas, it will be goes on decreases, giving the heat energy. So that means there the mass is converted into energy. Is it clear? And also, as you know it, whenever you are going to burning the wood, the quantity of wood, mass of the wood is converted into energy. Heat energy there you are going to getting. So like that, Einstein finally he got the equation or relation between energy and mass, that is E equal to mc square, and this it will be holds good for any mass of the substance is converted into energy. Similarly, vice versa in the sense the energy is converted into mass. For example, gamma ray photon. energy is converted into electron and positron. Electron is having some amount of mass, as you know it, that is 9.1 into 10 raised to minus 31 kg. And positron is also having the same amount of mass, but nature of the charge will be different. When the electron negative to the positron positive, but we got it, there is a energy is converted into mass. So like that, this equation will be holds good. That is, some amount of mass is converted into energy and energy is converted into mass. So that it will be helps in the conversion of or in the calculation of mass is converted into energy. Similarly, in case of a some reactions will be take place in the nucleus, and the nuclear reactions are, there is a two, for example, one is the nuclear fission reaction and another is the nuclear fusion reaction, in which also you are going to observe some amount of mass defect you are going to get in. Ali mass defect, but the mass defect some of the mass of the reactants and some of the mass of the products during the nuclear fission reaction. For example, uranium, whenever it will be bombarded with the thermal neutrons, then there is a uranium isotope it will be formed, and later it will be splits up into two nuclei of comparable masses. And those they will be split into two light nuclei of comparable masses with few neutrons will be ejected. So some of the fission products and some of the reactants, whenever we are going to get the mass of those, after getting the difference, so there we will get some difference in mass. That means there is a mass defect, and that mass defect it will be converted into energy. So therefore there, in case of a nuclear fission and fusion, there is an enormous amount of energy will be released due to the conversion of some mass of the substance into energy. So this is about what the Einstein's mass energy relation. So next one we will go. So for that, energy equivalent of one atomic mass unit. Energy equivalent of 1 AMU means one atomic mass unit, which we will write it as 1U. Energy equivalent of 1U or one atomic mass unit. So as you know here, Einstein's mass energy equal to mc square. Here m is 1U, m is to the 1U, and one atomic mass unit is 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19. This is what the K, 10 raised to minus 27 kg. That is 1U, one atomic mass unit. And c is the speed of light. So substitute here equal to 1.66. This is actually. So 1.66 into 10 raised to minus 27. 1.66 into 10 raised to minus 27 into c. C is speed of light. 3 into 10 raised to 8. Square is there. So therefore here we will get 1.66 into 10 raised to minus 27 into 3 into 10 raised to 16. 3 square is 9. Now multiply with 9 into 1.66. So 9 is 54. Again 54 plus 5, 59. Carry 5, 9 plus 5, 14. 14.94 into 10 raised to this is 26 and 16. Minus 26 plus 16 is minus 11. This is in terms of joule. Later you have to convert into electron volt. Here 1 electron volt equal to 1.602 into 10 raised to minus 19 joules, or approximately 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 joules. Now this value here you have to divide it 14.94 into 10 raised to minus 11 divided by 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19. This we will get in terms of electron volt. Then in terms of electron volt. This is equal to 14.94 divided by 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 11. This you can take it numerator. Becomes minus 11 plus 19 aatuga. Minus 11 plus 19 is 8 we will get. This is electron volt. And this you have to simplify and later you have to convert. So this is 1494 divided by 1.6 into 10 to the power 6 we will get electron volt. But 10 to the power 6 is equal to mega. 10 to the power 6 ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟಾಗ್ತದೆ ಮೆಗಾ. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಿಂಪ್ಲಿಫಿಕೇಶನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ you will get approximately some little bit error will be there because of actually 1.602 ಇರ್ತದೆ ನಾವು 1.6 ತೊಗೊಂಡಿರ್ತೀವಿ. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ error ಇರ್ತದೆ but standard value we will get 931 by dividing this into 10 to the power 6 means mega. This is mega electron volt. Andra standard value of amount of energy released due to the one atomic mass unit of mass into energy is 931 mega electron volt. And that is what we will call it as energy equivalent of 1 AMU or 1 atomic mass unit. Is it clear? ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರ್ತದ 1 atomic mass value ಅಂದ್ರೆ 1.66 into 10 raised to minus 27 kg ಅದು ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಆಗಿ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಆಗ್ತದ. ಅದು ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರ್ತದ 931 ಮೆಗಾ ಎಲೆಕ್ಟ್ರಾನ್ ವೋಲ್ಟ್ ಬರ್ತದೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ here there is a one nuclear reaction and that is what nuclear fission reaction. Which reaction? Nuclear fission reaction, in which we are going to take the uranium 235 bombarded with thermal neutrons. Then here there is a formation of a uranium isotope. Uranium isotope. This it will be split into two nuclei. For example, one is the barium and another is the krypton. Plus, for example, 3 electrons with the enormous amount of energy will be released. And during this case, mass of these reactants and the mass of these products, इसका मास और उसका मास दोनों ऐड करना टोटल मास, उसके बाद में मास डिफेक्ट फाइंड आउट करना. Sum of the mass of these reactants minus sum of the mass of these reactants, and that it will be gives the mass defect. And in this case about 0.216 U, that much amount of approximately that much amount of defect we are going to getting. अष्ट defect बरतो उतना defect आता है उसमें nearly कितना आता है 0.216 U mass defect आता है. आ reaction है approximately अष्ट बरतो. Now energy बरती है. अरे this mass is converted into energy and that energy is E equal to delta M into C square. And 1 AMU already you know it. 1 atomic mass unit of substance is converted into energy, that is 931. तो उसके लिए इधर डायरेक्ट क्या करो 0.216 into 931 डायरेक्ट मल्टीप्लिकेशन ಮಾಡಿದ ನಂತರ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಬರ್ತದ and that is nearly 200 ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಹೆಚ್ಚು ಬರ್ತದೆ थोड़ा ज्यादा आता है. मल्टीप्लिकेशन करो इसकी एनर्जी रिलीज. In case of a nuclear fission, one atom of uranium in one reaction, how much energy will you get? About 200 mega electron volt. Similarly, in case of a fusion, two light nuclei combine to form a heavy nuclear with the releasing of energy. During that case, there also you will get the difference in sum of the mass of the reactants minus sum of the mass of products, and that it will be gives here the mass defect will be delta M is about 0.026 U. उधर कितना 24 ಮಾಸ್ ಡಿಫೆಕ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರ್ತದೆ ಅಪ್ರಾಕ್ಸಿಮೇಟ್ಲಿ 0.026 U ಬರ್ತದೆ and that is also converted into energy that is E equal to again delta M into C square. You have to go for in terms of atomic mass unit which is delta M into 931 mega electron volt and substitute the values there. Delta M is 0.026 into 931 mega electron volt and this is approximately 26 or 25 nearly we will get nearly 26 or 25 or 24 mega electron volt. Simplify multiplication करो approximately 25 to 27 or 24 जो भी आता है that is what the energy released due to the some amount of mass is converted into energy and here we calculated the energy released in terms of mega electron volt. I'll calculate ಮಾಡೋದು usually mega electron volt to convert ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ. Later you can convert into joules to convert कर सकते हैं. 1 mega electron volt equal to 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 13 joules in the per उसको कन्वर्ट कर सकते. This is about what the energy equivalent of one atomic mass unit. Next we will go here some properties of nucleus. Nantara let us we will see properties of nucleus. As you was known, the nucleus it is occupies a very small portion in the atom. That is what already we said. Most of the mass of an atom is concentrated at the center of an atom, which we will call it as nucleus. Its dimension will be very small, but mass it will be very large. So for that purpose, here the size is very small and it is considered to be a spherical. In making characteristics of nucleus or properties of nucleus. Properties बोलो क्या characters? Properties or characteristics of nucleus. Properties are characteristics of nucleus. Characteristics of nucleus. So here properties of nucleus. First we will go size of the nucleus. There are 4 properties will be there. One is size of nucleus. Second one we have after the size of nucleus we will go for example mass of nucleus. Third one after the mass of nucleus density of the nucleus. Density of nucleus. Then one more is that is 4 charge of nucleus. These are the 4 properties. You not ಅದಕ್ಕೆ better to observe size of the nucleus. Better to keep it in mind. The nucleus is considered to be spherical in shape. Spherical in shape. Its shape will be spherical. As you know, the sphere are spherical if it will be having the radius is r. If it will be having the radius is r, then its volume you are going to measuring, and that volume of the sphere is V equal to 4/3 into pi r cube. Volume V equal to what? 4/3 into pi r cube. And as you know it here, as the volume of the sphere is increases due to the quantity of substance will be increases. As the quantity of substance is increases, the volume of that substance is also increases. So similar to that, as the mass number of the nucleus is increases, as the mass number of the nucleus is increases, the volume is also increases. So if the mass number is increases, the volume is increases means your volume and mass number, they are directly proportional to each other. What here? The volume and mass number, they are directly proportional to each other. So therefore here V is equal to 4 by 3 pi r cube and volume is 4 by 3 pi r cube, means volume is directly proportional to cube of the radius, because this 4 by 3 is constant. So here volume is proportional to r cube, and one more thing, volume is proportional to mass number, as it was known already. A represents the mass number, which is equal to sum of the number of protons and neutrons, because nucleus, its constituent particles are protons and neutrons. Sum of the protons and neutrons, that it will be gives the mass number, and that mass number is represented by A. Here according to the volume of the sphere, here volume is directly proportional to cube of the radius, and according to the quantity of substance, the volume of the nucleus is directly proportional to mass number. Therefore here r cube is proportional to A. R cube is proportional to A. Then r is proportional to A to the power 1 by 3. R is proportional to A to the power 1 by 3. And this r is equal to some constant, that is r naught, A to the power 1 by 3. And that r naught is constant, and that is measured as r naught equal to 1.2 Fermi. Fermi is the unit of diameter, unit of length. Fermi is the unit of length, and 1 Fermi equal to 10 raised to minus 50 meter. 1 Fermi का value कितना? 10 raised to minus 15 Fermi, because nucleus is very small in size. Nuclear dimension is in the order of 10 raised to minus 15 meter. तो उसके लिए कितने क्या होता है? R is equal to, R naught means 1.2 into 8 to the power 1 by 3. This is in terms of Fermi. अरे इधर बस in terms of Fermi बस. And this R, it will be depends on the mass number. As the mass number is increases, the radius of the sphere is also increases. How it will be related? Cube root of the mass number. Radius of the nucleus is directly proportional to cube root of the mass number. If you know the mass number, then you can able to get the radius of the nucleus. For example, here we have the uranium, and uranium mass number, for example, uranium 235. This 235 represents the mass number. 235 ಏನು ತೋರಿಸ್ತದೆ? mass number. ಅವಾಗ ನಮಗೆ uranium nucleus का radius find out करना पड़े तो here R is equal to 1.2. Fermi is 10 raised to minus 15 meter. Fermi का मतलब 10 raised to minus 15 meter into mass number is A is 235 to the power 1 by 3. Get the cube root of 235 and multiply with this, then you will get the radius of the nucleus. After getting the radius of the nucleus, if you want to find out its volume, then that is 4 by 3 pi r cube. Substitute the value of r here and you have to simplify. So then you will get the volume of the sphere. Avag nimaga volume of the sphere. That is what one of the characteristic or one of the property of the nucleus. And really volume of the sphere is directly proportional to cube of the radius, but radius is directly proportional to, sorry, volume is also directly proportional to mass number. So finally we got it. Cube of the radius is proportional to A, or the radius is proportional to cube root of mass number. And here r is equal to r naught e to the power 1 by 3. This r naught is a constant, which the given value will be 1.2 Fermi other. उसका value find out करें, so standard value will be got it. And finally we got it, r is equal to 1.2 into 8 to the power 1 by 3 Fermi. If you know the mass number, substitute the mass number and you get the radius of the nucleus. And after getting the radius of the nucleus, then you can able to calculate the volume by using the sum formula. For example, helium is there. Helium mass number is 4. Helium mass number is 4. Then you have to substitute here mass number is 4. 4 substitute made, then you will get it. Otherwise, oxygen is there. Oxygen mass number is 60. Substitute the value of 60 here. Then you will get the radius of the nucleus of oxygen, radius of the nucleus of helium. After getting the radius, you can able to calculate volume. This is about what the one of the characteristics. Then next characteristic. Next, which one? Mass. Mass of the nucleus. Mass of nucleus. So here the mass of the nucleus is the sum of the masses of constituent particles of the nucleus. Sum of the mass of constituent particles of the nucleus. And that sum of the mass of constituent particles of the nucleus. Here the constituent particles of the nucleus are protons and neutrons. Sum of the protons and neutrons. Here Z represents the number of protons which are present in the nucleus. And A minus Z represents the total number of nucleons or total number of neutrons in the nucleus. ये दोस्तों दो Z is the number of protons and A minus Z is the number of neutrons. And here mass of the proton is represented by Mb and mass of the neutrons is represented by Mn. Then the mass of the nucleus, mass of nucleus equal to sum of the mass of protons and neutrons. Total number of protons is Mz and each proton is having a mass is Mp plus total number of neutrons are A minus Z into mass of the neutron Mn. This is actually what the mass of the nucleus. This actually ಏನಂತೀವಿ mass of the nucleus. That is nothing but what here mass of the nucleus. Usually here we are going to representing capital M is the mass of the nucleus. That is the rest mass of the nucleus. ಅದು actually ಇರ್ತಲ್ಲಿ rest mass of the nucleus ಅಂತ ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಆದರೆ actually ಏನಾಗಬೇಕು mass of the nucleus is the sum of the mass of protons and mass of the neutrons. So hence the mass of the nucleus is Zmp plus A minus Z into Mn. And as you was known, mass of the proton and mass of the neutron, they are nearly equal. Sum of mass of the protons and mass of the neutrons nearly equal around. ಅದು ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಅಂತ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿ ನಾವು ಡೆನ್ಸಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ ದ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಫೈಂಡಿಂಗ್. ಡೆನ್ಸಿಟಿ ಆಫ್ ದ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್ ನಾವು ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇವೆ. And let us we will see what is the density of the nucleus. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತು? ಮಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೇನು? ಸಮ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಮಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ protons and number of neutrons. Here A represents the number of protons, A minus Z represents the number of neutrons, Mp represents the mass of protons, Mn represents the mass of neutrons. So therefore the mass of the nucleus is sum of the mass of protons, sum of the mass of number of protons and mass of number of neutrons. That is Zmp plus A minus Zmn. If you are going to get the mass of proton in atomic mass unit and mass of neutron you will get in terms of atomic mass unit, then your result will be in terms of atomic mass unit. If you are going to writing in terms of kg, then you will get in terms of kg. Is it right? This is the nuclear mass of the nucleus. Then next is what here? Density of the nucleus. As you was known already, basically you may be learned in primary classes or you may be learned in high schools. That is density, mass density. And mass density you have mass per unit volume. And here also this is mass per unit volume. So therefore your nuclear density is defined as mass per unit volume. Means mass divided by volume. And then to your nuclear mass. Basically nuclear mass. And nuclear mass what you have here? Zmp plus A minus Zmn. And Zmp plus A minus Zmn. A minus Zmn. This is what the nuclear mass. Divided by what you have? Volume. Volume of the nucleus. As you know it, now only we discuss. In case of a properties of nucleus. Properties of nucleus na hige study ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ. ಏನು study ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಲ್ಲಿ? What we learned there, size of the nucleus, and nucleus is spherical in shape which has a radius is r. Then there you what in volume is 4/3. 4/3 pi r cube. 4/3 pi r cube. That is what the volume and that is the mass of the nucleus. As I told now only, mass of the proton is nearly equal to mass of neutron. Mass of the proton is nearly equal to mass of neutron, and this we will take it as m. That we will take it as m. Then what we will get this equation? The equation inverse of the node. That is density we will represent rho. Density always so stably. This is rho. And rho equal to Z m. Mp becomes m plus A minus Z. Again Mn is nothing but m. Divided by 4/3 pi r. R as you know it already, r equal to r naught a to the power 1/3. This we got in case of a size of the nucleus. So therefore in place of r we will write r naught a to the power 1/3. This is cube is there, cube. Now here rho equal to Z m. M is common. If you want m common, take m. So what we get? Z plus A minus Z divided by 4/3 pi. This is r naught cube into A. You will get A to the power 1/3 whole cube is nothing but A. So this Z and Z will be cancelled. Rho equal to m into A divided by 4 into pi into r naught cube into A. This 3 can take it into rho. So A will be cancelled. So therefore density equal to 3m divided by 4 pi r naught cube. This is what the expression for nuclear density. And better to observe carefully here, the nuclear density is independent on mass number of the nucleus. If it will be independent on mass of the nucleus, then the density of nucleus of any element, density of nucleus of any element will be same. Density of nucleus of any element will be same, and that we will get approximately here density rho equal to 3 into m is mass of the either proton or neutron. There is a slight difference, ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ difference ಇರ್ತದೆ. 1.672 into 10 raised to minus 27 mb. Mass of proton 1.672 into 10 raised to minus 27 kg ಅದ. Mass of neutron 1.678 into 10 raised to minus 27 kg. ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ difference. So average we will take in general m equal to 1.67 approximately ತಗೊಂಡು calculation ಮಾಡಿ approximate density of the nucleus we will get it. ಒಂದು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ತಗೊಂಡು 1.67 ತಗೊಂಡು ಆಮೇಲೆ average ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಎರರ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, but we will get the range of the density. How much will be the density range that we can able to form it, and that is what here 3 into 1.67 into 10 raised to minus 27 divided by 4 into 3.14. Pi value is 3.14, and for r naught value here already I gave you r naught is 1.2 into 10 raised to minus 15 meter ಅಂತ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿವಿ already. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿ 1.2 into 10 raised to minus 15 cube ಅದ cube ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Cube by you have to substitute the cube. Now calculate it. What we will get to observe. That is density rho equal. Here I am going to write. Here very exciting already. We either become 3 into 1.67. 3 into 1.67. 1.6 divided by 4 into 3.14 into 1.2 cube. 1.2 into 1.2 into 1.2 ಇದು 1.2 into numerator 10 raised to minus 27, denominator 10 raised to minus 15 whole cube. 10 raised to minus 15 whole cube is nothing but by simplification you know it basic 10 raised to minus 45, and take it like 10 raised to minus 45 numerator and 10 raised to 45 plus sign ಎಷ್ಟು ಬರ್ತದೆ 27 45 ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್ ತೆಗಿರಿ. 27 and 45 difference is how much? Are you getting 10 raised to 18? 10 raised to 18 ಬಂತು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲೇನೆ numerator 10 raised to 18. This is kg per cubic meter. Kg per cubic meter. So this you have to simplify it. After simplification, approximately you will get the value of the density is about 2.3 into 10 raised to 17 kg per cubic meter. The density of the nucleus is 2.3 into 10 raised to 17 kg per cubic meter. This is actually very high density. ಇದು ಬಹಳ high density ಅಲ್ಲ, very large density, very greater value. Just as you know it, density of the water is 10 raised to 3 kg per cubic meter. 10 raised to 3 kg per cubic meter ಅದ 1000 kg per cubic meter ಅದ. ಇದು ಎಷ್ಟಾಗುತ್ತದ 10 raised to 17 kg per cubic meter ಆಗುತ್ತದೆ. वो कितना हो रहा है 10 raised to 17, कितना डिफरेंस हो गया 10 raised to 14 टाइम्स डिफरेंस हो गया. Therefore, the density of the nucleus is very large. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ high density matter ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವುದು? ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್ is the very high dense matter. ಅದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ಡೆನ್ಸಿಟಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ತನಕ ಯಾರು ಫೈಂಡ್ ಔಟ್ ಮಾಡಿಲ್ಲ. ಹೈ ಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್ ಅದ. ನಮ್ಮ ಸಿಲೆಬಸ್ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ವೆರಿ ಹೈ ಡೆನ್ಸ್ ಮ್ಯಾಟರ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಯಾವುದು? ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯಸ್ ಅದ, ವಿಚ್ ಈಸ್ 2.3 into 10 raised to 17 kg per kilometer. This is the density of the nucleus. Then last property is charge of nucleus. Last property consider charge of nucleus. As you know it, the nucleus is positively charged. Nucleus is charge of nucleus. Nucleus is positively charged. That means it will be consist of a number of protons and number of neutrons. Whereas the neutron is electrically neutral, whereas the proton is positively charged. Proton is charged particle, neutron is electrically neutral. So therefore, if Z is the number of protons in the nucleus, or Z is the atomic number of the atom, which represents the number of protons in the nucleus, and each proton is having a charge is E. Each proton is having a charge is E, and total number of protons in the nucleus is Z. So therefore, total charge of the nucleus, total charge of nucleus, that is equal to Z into E. ಅದು ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ? Z into E. For example, helium is the helium nucleus, which has a mass number is 4, atomic number is 2. Therefore, Z value is 2. So therefore, here, if you are going to getting the charge of nucleus of helium particle, charge, it's helium charge, helium nucleus charge, charge on nucleus of the helium, charge of helium nucleus, that is equal to Z into E. What is the value of Z here for nucleus? 2. E is 1.6 into 10 raised to minus 19 coulombs. So therefore it is 3.2 into 10 raised to minus 19. This is the charge of nucleus of which element? Helium. ಅದೇ ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಯುರೇನಿಯಂ ಅದ, ಯುರೇನಿಯಂ 92 235 ಅದು Z ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಎಷ್ಟಾಯ್ತು? 92. ಇದು 92 in place of 2 you have to multiply 92. That gives the charge of nucleus of uranium. Is it clear? These are the few properties of nucleus: size of the nucleus, mass of the nucleus, density of the nucleus, and charge of the nucleus. So up to this we discussed today, and in the next class we will discuss about the mass effect and then binding energy. That we will be discussed in the next class. Okay, thank you.